Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Sammy Ketchum, and welcome back to Sammy Ketchum TCG. Alright, guys, this is part 2 of my Dallas Regionals experience. Part 1 was the deck profile, which was before this one, and this is part 2, which is going to be talking about my Dallas experience and my rounds, my tournament experience, I'm losing my words. Oh God. The people I played, the matchups, that sort of stuff. Oh gosh, forgive me. Okay, let's get on with this. So I'm gonna talk about my Dallas experience in this one. So I arrived in Dallas Friday. I got down there at about 1. Yeah, it was a long trip down from Charlotte, but I made it, and I was glad I made it. So got down there, looked around the airport, found the venue, and then once I got there, I was actually going to buy a mat off of one of my friends. Ricky James Smith, his brother, actually makes mats. He makes play mats. Alright, he can make these cool designs and cool characters on play mats. He usually takes rappers and turns them into anime characters, and he puts them on mats with really good artwork. So I wanted him to actually pair one of the rappers with Pokemon. So that was going to be like something special that I was going to get for myself, and so I was going to actually get that from him at the venue, but he didn't actually get to finish the mat in time for the event. So so basically I was without a mat. I didn't have a mat to play on. Well, I mean, other than the entry mat, but the entry mat was basically the same one we got in Daytona, and I was just like, I was like, I already have this mat, I really don't want to play on it, so what I did was I entered maybe like one side event, and I got 3 tickets, and I got this mat from the prize wall. This mat basically matches the sleeves that I got in the little entry kit that we got for entering Dallas, which were these sleeves. Yeah. So yeah, they kind of match. They do match. I mean, it's Ultra Pro. Ultra Pro basically, made our kit for us for Dallas Regionals. It fits. I felt good with going with that type of mat. It's really cool. It's really awesome. Alright, so after I did that, I went to one of the vendors, Nonstop Gaming, to basically see if I can trade some bulk in, and I actually needed 2 cards for my deck. I actually needed 2 Chaotic Swells for my deck, which I recently just showed you in my deck profile. Chaotic Swell is a very, very good card, especially in Expanded, when people like to play stadiums like Silent Labs, Parallel City, things like that. Chaotic Swell could kind of stop them in their tracks from playing other stadiums. So I had to get those from, for my deck. Quick note, Nonstop Gaming is one of my local shops here in Charlotte, which made the trip up to Vin for Dallas Regionals. So which was really, really cool. I kind of felt like I was at home. Basically going and trading cards and, getting cards from my local shop, which is really cool to do, like if you're at a big regional like that, you know. So I did that, got the cards for my deck. Friday was basically finished because I only got to enter in one side event. So we're going to go to Saturday. Alright? So Saturday, round 1. We started off. Alright? I play against Zorgard, and against Zorgard, I tied against Zorgard. Alright? Basically, with the deck that I played, Reshiram, Ho-Oh, and Naganadel, it has a good Zorgard matchup. Alright, so, I won the first game, he won the second game, and then the third game went into time. The third game, I actually didn't know when time was called, and my opponent basically played, he kept playing like nothing happened, So I didn't know time was called. My opponent did, and didn't, say anything or notify me or anything like that. He just kept playing. Then a judge walks over, and I guess he's like asking, like, "Are you guys playing turns or whatever?" And he basically jumps up and says, "Oh, I'm on turn 1. He's gonna be turn 2, and then, and then he gets turn 3." Which basically means we were going to tie because I couldn't get the prizes or whatever. But I just thought that was weird because I didn't know when time was called. I didn't know when turn 0 or when turn 1 was supposed to be, or whose turn was it when time was called. So that really confused me. And if I hadn't been confused, I would have known when time was called. I would have known who was on the right turns, and I could have possibly actually gotten a win because there was definitely a way that I could have won and take 3 prizes within at least 2 turns. So, but round 1 ended in a tie. Alright, we moved to round 2. Alright, round 2, I played against Turbo Dart. Turbo Dart with ADP, and I won that whole set. It's a very bad idea to have ADP and Turbo Dart. I mean, you're already basically doing enough damage. You don't really need ADP to kind of try to take 3 prizes in the Turbo Dart. I mean, you take prizes easily with the deck. You do not need ADP. And I basically capitalized on that. I smacked him in the face. And, and that was that. I mean, my opponent was a good opponent. Good opponent, great sportsmanship, great guy. But you shouldn't be playing ADP and Turbo Dart. Alright. Round 3. Round 3, I faced off against Reshizard with Volcanion. It's a big tag team GX deck. I smacked it in the face. I won the set. Alright. It was a very good deck though, very interesting deck. I mean, I would say if you are a beginning player and you're just basically new to Expanded, playing like something like Reshizard and Expanded is not bad at all. You know what I'm saying? It's an easy deck to learn, pretty, decent deck to play. But against something like Turbo Dart or my deck, smacking in the face, Alright, round 4, I face off against Zoro, Vileplume, checkmate. Alright, Zoro Foul Plume checkmate. Alright, I lost that game, or I lost that match. Well, first off, I lost the first game due to me making, I don't know whether I'll call it a mistake or a misplay. But what I did was, one of the last plays that I did was that I basically used computer search to get Versus Seeker instead of Guzma. This is important because I could have gotten Guzma, the Guzma up his Naganadel, and knocked it out before he used Stinger GX. But I opted to get Versus Seeker for Juniper so I could draw and get more cards in my hand and stabilize and have more cards for later on in the game. Which was good, but not good because I needed to knock out the Stinger. And I didn't. And because I didn't, the next turn, he got it out, he stingered, and then after that, he took a prize. He took big prizes on one of my big tag teams and knocked it out. And I lost that first game. The second game, I drew bad and didn't have, actually no, the second game it went kind of like the first game, but I think I was just a little bit short on what I was trying to do and couldn't get it done. So I lost that game. Round 5 was against Mewtwo and Mew. I lost that match as well. Usually that's actually a matchup that I could win. I mean, it's big tag teams. You hit for 270, you smack them in the face. But I drew absolutely dead. I drew absolutely nothing. Both games that I played, I drew complete garbage. Lost the whole set because I just drew bad. Alright. Round 6, I faced against Buzzhole Garbodor. I was like, wow, Buzzhole Garbodor. I was like, the first thing I said, I was like, man, what format are you playing in? It looks like he was going back to last year playing Buzzguard. I was like, wow. But I mean, it wasn't terribly bad. I mean, it's expanded, so you can still play Buzzguard and expanded. But I was just like, man, that just tickled me that he was playing Buzzguard. It was fun. It was a fun match. It was really fun, and it took me to the wire. So it took me to the wire, and that's why we both tied. On the first game, we won the second game. I don't think we actually got to play. We didn't actually get to play the third game. And since we didn't actually get to play the third game, we both ended up in a tie. Number 7, round 7. I played against Regirock Dollstall. Oh my God. Regirock Dollstall. I hate that deck. I hate that deck. It was a good stall deck, but I hate that deck. Oh my God. Regirock with that ability that says supporters, trainers, and stuff cannot affect Regirock. That annoyed the crap out of me. So what they do is that they sit there and attach the Focus Sash to Regirock. Alright? Focus Sash keeps Regirock alive and keeps it with 10 HP left. So I can't one-shot it. So I'm like, okay. So like if I can't one-shot it because of the Focus Sash, let me try to remove the Focus Sash. So I go to Field Blower the Focus Sash. I can't Field Blower the Focus Sash because it's on the Regirock, and the Regirock has the ability that says supporters and items and stuff can't affect it. And I'm like, crap, I can't remove Focus Sash. I'm I'm like, okay, I'll just two-shot it and get it off the field. So we go back and forth. I'm two-shotting a couple of his Regirocks. You know, I'm basically really just trying to force my way through. By the way, we only really get to play game 1. Yeah, that's how long this took. So, you know, we're going back and forth. I'm trying to basically push through his stall tactics. And then I think it was one of the last plays of the game, after I basically kind of make a comeback and I start taking more prizes, he basically gets out another Regirock and a couple of dolls on the bench. Alright? So, last play of the game, I only have one card in my deck. One card. I drew for my turn. I have a Versus Seeker in my hand. So I go say Versus Seeker for Guzma. Alright. He has a doll. He has a Lily's Polka doll in the active spot. Alright, and has a Regirock on the bench, and all his other Pokemon are dolls. So I go Guzma and try to bring up the Regirock. I can't bring up the Regirock because of its ability. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I'm just like, are you serious? I'm like, holy crap. I'm like, I am livid at this point. I am really livid at this point. I'm like, I'm done. I'm just done. I was like, I'm done. You know, so yeah, I took a hard loss. And the thing about it is, that was just game 1. We hadn't even played game 2. And we started to get into game 2. No, did we start getting game 2? No, we didn't get into game 2. We didn't even get a chance to play game 2. And he basically won the whole set because he won game 1. Which I was so enraged because I was so close to beating Regirock Stall. I was so close to beating him. Because I was at one prize. And I just could not take my last prize. Also, in the beginning of the game, I basically was just like, oh my god, the beginning of the game was just horrible. Like, okay, so, beginning of the game, he basically opens up. His first supporter is Faba. He gets rid of my Double Dragon Energy. I'm like, okay, so you didn't play any type of setup supporter, no type of draw supporter, nothing, but your first supporter is Faba. You know, I'm like, okay. You know, I was like, I'm okay with this. I have 3 more. His next turn, he goes Versus Seeker for Faba again. And I'm like, holy crap. I was like, you got rid of another one of my Double Dragon Energies. You know, so I'm like, okay. You know, I was like, okay, I'm okay. I have 2 more. I was like, so I draw my card for my next turn. And I'm like, and I legit say to this guy, I was like, okay, I'll attach this one. Let's see if you can hit it again. He basically only has like a couple of cards in his hand. He does not have Versus Seeker. You know what I'm saying? I was like, see if you can hit it again. Guess what? This dude top decks Versus Seeker again. He top decks Versus Seeker. I'm like, are you kidding me? Versus Seeker, Faba, get rid of your third one. Oh, at this point, I am like livid. This match really just took me out of it. I was like, I'm done. And then like later on in the game, he ended up getting rid of my 4th one as well. Which like really hurt really badly. Like, so yeah, this really just took me out of it. Like really. So yeah, that was like the hardest loss I had all day. All right, round 8 versus Reshizard, another Reshizard player. I won this set. This game was against a very good player, well, a new player. He was a new player, new to Pokemon regionals. You know, this guy's name is Joseph Parr. He's a really decent guy. I love helping out new players. You know, I like helping them learn the game. You know, making sure that they have a great experience in playing. So I played this new guy, and I mean, his deck was decent. You know, his deck was decent. You know, I mean, he played well. You know, he played well. You know, knew how to play the deck, knew the combos. You know, and then even after the match, you know, we just talked some. And he talked about all the games he played today. He said that he played against 6 Turbo Darks. He played against 6 Turbo Darks. I'm like, dude, why couldn't I play against 6 Turbo Darks? That's what I wanted. I wanted to play against Turbo Darks because my deck is good against Turbo Dark. You know, it's decent. We can go neck and neck. You know, I wanted that, but I didn't get it. I didn't get to go against 6 Turbo Darks. You know, so yeah, I had a great conversation with this guy. Very good guy. I love helping new players come into the game. You know, Joseph Parr, you're a star. Keep going, keep playing this game. You know, it's going to get better. This game is awesome. Keep playing and love Pokemon. Alright, round 9 was a no-show. So, they didn't show up, I get a free win. Still, we take those. At this point, I'm out of contention for points. I'm out of contention for day 2. But overall, I'm happy with how my deck performed. Sunday, I entered side events. And I played in side events. And how many tickets did I get? I got 2, 3, 6, 9. I got about like 10 tickets, 10 prize wall tickets, and I was able to score some sweet prize wall stuff. Some deck boxes, one I already opened. Let's see, I got a playmat as well. So yeah, I did really good in the side events. My deck really did really well. I beat an Air Growl. I beat a couple of more Turbo Dark decks. I actually played against a mirror match and did well against that. But yeah, my deck did really well, and it was a really good call for the event. But yeah, anyway, guys, that is basically my regional experience. I actually had a really good time at this event. You know, met so many cool new friends, people. I met Carl Peasy Barone. I met him. He was a very cool guy. Also ran into Pedro Torres. And then I usually always talk to and say hey to people like Rahul Reddy, Sierra Don, Jose Marrero. I mean, the usual suspects. I see them at basically every regionals, all the events I usually go to. Which is very nice, which is very cool. But yeah, that's my regional experience. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. And as always, make sure you take care of yourself and each other. Thank you.